Good morning and welcome to the ADS Securities Markets Update. The US dollar saw another choppy day yesterday on a lack of fundamentals in Asia, Europe and even in the US, closing the day higher against the euro, the yen and even the Swiss franc, and also lower against the sterling, the Canadian dollar, the Aussie and even the Kiwi. However, the US equities yesterday closed higher with almost 0.5% of gains for Dow Jones, S&P and Nasdaq. Yesterday, the existing home sales in the US also came in much better than expected, rising by 0.6%, or more than 6%, toward 5.19 or 19 million up from 4.89 million, while the estimates were also to rise slightly toward 5.04 million only, and this is the biggest monthly increase since December of 2010. However, the US dollar also outlook remains neutral for the time being amid the lack of fundamentals across the week. In Asia, there were only few economic figures were released from China, New Zealand and even in Japan, which had a notable impact on the market. But beginning with China, the HSBC flash manufacturing PMI shrank again in April toward 49.2, down from 49.6 in March, while the estimates were to decline slightly toward 49.5. This is the second monthly reading below the 50 key level and the lowest reading since April of last year. Moreover, in Japan, the flash manufacturing PMI also unexpectedly shrank toward 49.7 in April, down from 50.3 in March, despite the fact that the estimates were to rise toward 50.8. First, this is the third monthly decline in a row, the first reading below the 50 key level since May of last year and the lowest reading since April of last year. In New Zealand, minor economic figures were released today, including the visitor arrivals in addition to the credit card spending, and both came in with weaker figures. However, the Kiwi tumbled across the board during the Asian session, as the Reserve Bank of New Zealand assistant noted that the bank is not considering any increase in interest rates for the time being or at the moment, which led the Kiwi to decline further toward or to as low as 75.70 so far. Despite the Chinese data, the Aussie also fell slightly toward or to as low as 77.20, but recovered back during the session toward 77.60 so far. The Japanese yen also had a choppy day after the manufacturing figures. It spiked up to as high as 120 or 120.09. However, it failed to sustain these gains and fell back down lower toward 100 or 19.70 earlier this morning. As for the European session today, there are many economic releases from all the euro area countries. Today we will be waiting the manufacturing and the services PMIs from France, Spain, Germany and even the Eurozone, and the estimates are slightly positive for the month of April comparing to the previous months, and which may keep also the euro if the numbers come in as expected. The euro may keep or may sustain the gains above 107. In the UK, the retail sales is expected also to rise by 0.4% in March compared to 0.7% in February, while the public sector net borrowing may rise again towards 6.6 billion sterling, up from 6.2 billion sterling also for the previous months. As for the US session today, we wait also for only 3 economic releases, which may have also mixed impact on the market, as the estimates are also mixed. The weekly jobs claims may also decline back toward 288,000, down from 294,000. The flash manufacturing PMI may decline slightly toward 55.6 in April, down from 55.7 in March. And finally, the new home sales may decline again by 4.5% in March compared to 7.8%, or a rise of 7.8%. So this is back toward 514,000, down from 539,000. There's no technical update for today, as the market remains within the same range as we noted in our previous report, and you can go back also to our YouTube channel to watch the previous report and the previous video to get all of these data. In addition to that, you can follow us on our social media sites, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, to get the latest economic releases, reports and analysis. Thank you for watching. I'll see you once again tomorrow.